That's a good fucking question. Marion is planning on making some effort of rebuilding at this point, right?
Yeah, he's probably going to see about what it would take to sort of get out like a blueprint or a layout of what this establishment is going to look like. He needs to know what he's operating in. As a one-armed man, he needs all of the advantages that he can take.
Right. I will probably bring... You said Chobbs is not planning on doing anything at this point?
Chobbs is not currently tended to.
Okay. Then yeah, I'll probably bring him with me and go with Marion to try to figure out something at this point. I mean, something's better than nothing.
Okay. All right. So I was under the impression that Marion was going with Jakob and with Cort as well.
Yes.
So then, all right. So then that lot of you are going there.
Yep.
Okay. Then, Ronald, you will be heading with Thelsa to the church, correct? Okay. Let's go ahead and handle the Genya business right away.
Okay. I'm going to just take like 2 seconds and go grab something non-alcoholic.
Okay. All right. This is perfect. Guys,
You should, jeans.
yeah. We should take a bit of a small break here. If you guys are going to get something to drink, run off to the bathroom or do anything like that. Was he just looking at a cup on his shelf out of anger? This fucking mason jar, I swear to God.
For the record, it is a really cute cup. But, no, I'm just looking away so that I don't show stream how fucking pissed off I am. It's like,
I can't believe you didn't leave me in a gas station somewhere when we were riding in your truck all the way up to Indiana.
I was so goddamn tempted. But Red kept stopping me. He was like, "Sniper, no, where are you going?" "Nowhere."
Go get your water. Go get your water. Guys, we'll be back in just a minute so so that these guys can run, take a pee break or what have you, get something to drink. But I'll sit here for you. I'll be at your beck and whim.
Yeah, I'll make a run too.
Sniper, when he got mad, he was like, "Oh man, I'm thinking about leaving Will," and he's like, "All right, cool." He's like, "So where are we?" Yes.
Yes. We are somewhere. Somewhere.
You want to make sure Will gets lost, right? He's like, "Yeah." Are we lost? Yes.
Perfect.
I'm gonna get some water. I'll be right back.
Go for it. So guys, next week I'll be opening up our streams back to Wild Magic Effects and various other
can't wait
things.
for it to affect me.
You know, if you are actually doing something with your allies, it probably will affect you in the best and worst of ways.
Always the worst ways. There's not a best way. There's never like, "Hey, Wild Magic, give your team a +20. There's never that. It's always fucking make them grow a third limb from their asshole.
Or it's had plenty of times where it's backfired on me. You're just bitching to bitch because that's what you guys do best.
Yeah, but it's not helping us. It's fucking you. The
Yeah,
two aren't
well,
mutually exclusive.
Sure, but at the same time, I roll with the punches. I'm gonna make it work.
I mean, I don't really have a choice. I'm not the one casting the spells. If they cast it, I just kind of have to deal
It
with
doesn't
what
bother
happens.
me. When I play with the rules as is, Annie just one-shots a fucking dragon in round 1, so it doesn't really matter to me how Wild Magic affects my
I mean, even
games.
if he doesn't one-shot in one round, he fucking fights it to death
Yeah,
anyways.
because paladins are stupid, and I was hosed. I was hosed that entire fight. Thanks, Rangorf, man. I miss you. I hope you're well. I hope things are going well in your life. By the by, guys, if you want to get your Wild Magic effects happening, or if you want to check out the creative crew, make sure you head to patreon.com/thebubbernaut. Let's see if one of my mods want to cue that up. You guys can actually support at any level. And this weekend, actually, if you want to get in, you can still get in. This weekend is going to be the movie night. Additionally, if you guys want to help me plan and plot my vampire game and see some future things going on, some plannings and plottings for Kanto Crusades. That's Pokemon. Additionally, there is still Project Valhalla, which has resurfaced up in the things that I've been working on without saying to other people. Yes, the Pokemon tabletop, Project Valhalla, Vampire, the 9. It's all surfacing to the top. Let me in the Mons. But what about Digimon? Digimon was alright. Not my cup of tea. It was alright though. But then again, guys, head on over, right? Check out Patreon, support at any level, reap the benefits, reap all of the rewards that I've put out there. And as soon as we hit our first milestone at 1,200, then we will be back at doing a Friday show. A 12-hour Friday show where you guys get to pick all the games, no matter what it is. It could be tabletop. You guys could actually make it to where it was just tabletop or various video games, even the ones that I don't like. Yeah.
I'm just sitting here wondering whose Dick Macari is going to suck.
You missed the details.
Yeah, I did. These are the kinds of conversations that chat needs to hold off until I'm present for. That's my quality of conversation.
Tell Leslie I said hi.
She's already walked away. She went to bed.
Just yell it.
Ronald says hi. She went, hi, Ronald. I heard it.
Hi.
Hi, man.
Oh, man.
All right, time for serious roleplay. Let's go.
Well, we're going to wait on Innie to get back at the very least.
Serious
Well,
roleplay
both
left
sorts
about
of
2 glasses ago.
Oh, God. People warned me not to buy Fireball tonight.
It's fine.
You can always be advised against drinking.
You know what?
Fireball
I understand. I now know why it feels so off. Ronald never hit us with the chant.
I know.
did.
I said that earlier.
He did. He did. You just have to go check Twitter.
Go
Yeah,
check
it's
your
in the
Twitter.
replies to your Twitter.
Oh, is there?
It's
You put it in
not the
Twitter?
same.
I couldn't.
It's the same.
I couldn't do it today because everything was getting like super scratchy on my.
Oh no, what will we ever do? I'm so sad.
The whole game's falling apart. Oh no.
Yeah, the recap fucking made everything.
Oh man, I would almost be near the top. But
What are you getting on top of?
I'm checking out the categories. It's something that I do is to see how well we're doing visibly, right? Getting behind visibility. But for some reason, an unnamed stream is streaming the same content to 6 different channels.
Impressive.
Yeah. Luckily, it's one of them sticky little loopholes that you don't have to worry about that. As long as the original provider and content creator is not upset about it, it's okay.
So wait, we got 6 different channels streaming our stuff?
No.
Ah.
That was the point of saying unnamed channel. Yeah, Rangorf, yes. And if you guys have anything you want to send me, you guys can check out the Discord. If there's anything that you want to see. Also, I'm going to be opening up the YouTube to some GM help comments, things like that, that you guys might be struggling with. I'm opening up that field for you, for each of you. So if there are things that you want to ask, the more vague or the niche they are, it doesn't really matter. I can answer them to the best of my ability. We'll open up a bit of like an office hours kind of thing.
That's what the Discord's for, after all.
It's true, but instead I'm going to be recording it. Thanks, Sniper.
I'm not even one of your mods.
Okay.
And it's just like, fuck it.
Apparently Annie died. Longest piece.
No, something tells me he's fondling his oar.
Oh god, I hope not. By the way, Brew, thank you so
Or
much for the host,
what?
man. I appreciate that.
Oh man, that would have been such a funny, a much funnier callback if that had been on stream, actually.
Yeah, it was kind of, an in joke.
Or
Yeah.
maybe. What up, Turbo? What's going on, buddy? All right. So the content, since it doesn't really devolve around him right at this moment, we're going to go ahead and spring into the roleplay with the group. He'll come back, and that'll be between him and Ronald, additionally whomever else they see. So, let me spin you a different song. Change the tune of the room. You're on the hunt for Jenya. Where are you going to find Jenya? I'm curious.
Well, the first place I'm planning to go to is the remains of St. Cuthbert, first and foremost. I figure if anything is going to hint us at where she really is, it's going to probably be there. Hopefully there's going to be like a wooden sign out front, relocated to X.
Relocated to Burn Ward.
So your goal is to go to a destroyed building to try to find... Okay, sure.
Well, I mean, it's either that or take them to the guardhouse and ask, oh, God. Ask Miss Green.
Kiana.
You forgot your boss's name.
He
The lady who
forgets
is...
every week.
You literally the only character that has slept with you in the game. You forgot her name. You were... Oh, my God.
Hey, that's not true. He slept with a butterfly.
Yeah, come on, push a button.
Turbo.
Yeah.
Giving out 50 gift subs.
Jesus.
Son of a bitch.
Everybody gets rerolls, including me.
Woo!
Turbo rolling.
Thank you so much, Turbs. I appreciate that, buddy. Very kind of you.
Well, actually, you know what? Come to think of it, that does seem like it would fit. It would kill two birds with one stone. Yeah, I'll go speak with Kiana
Okay.
first.
All right. Sounds
Cort-
good.
Cort's following him, so he goes, I go.
All right. I like it. You're going to see Miss Kiana Green, the leader of the guard.
Yeah, I'm going to see my boo.
Yeah, that's weird. I regret all of that entire scene. Yes, I do. So,
You're the one that did it. You sprung it on me.
Rahk, will you be walking alongside, or are you carrying? What is your goal here? Do you have like chops like mounted to the back?
Yeah, I mean, I think he's probably resting atop my shoulders at the moment and just sort of enjoying being tall for once.
So your role playing is Nunu.
Sure, we'll go with that. Not a loving father or anything. The League of Legends character Nunu. That's the one.
See, and Red, this is why we don't let you talk often.
Look, I'll say Nunu's more of a father figure than mine is.
Hey!
That's not sad or anything.
Step was.
Yeah, that's not repressed. That's not repressed memories or anything like that.
Jesus, so many subs still.
Yeah,
Is it over
goodness
now?
gracious, guys! Thank you again for getting those subs in. That guarantees right away that we have all of the players with luck rerolls, and I have all my luck rerolls as well. So every 5 subs, get the players a luck reroll, up to a max of 5. Every time that there are 10 that come through, I get a luck reroll. So in order for me to get all of my luck rerolls, we have to hit 50 subs. For them, it's just 25. Hitting 25 subs means that they get all their luck rerolls.
Yeah, come on, push a button.
So, now that they're in, is Chops now an improvised weapon? I fucking hope not. Good lord.
Please just grab him by the feet and just whoosh.
Please don't do that. So you're walking.
Like he's
You
a
are
bastard sword.
minding your business. The day has been kicking off to a degree. People are moving about the city. The city, from what is really left alive, is sort of happening. It's there. There's not much of it left. The people seem very downtrodden. They're beaten. They're broken. But it's not stopping them from continuing on. There's not much stimulating the economy anymore. A large portion of the people are gone. If they've not fled, they have died. There is this less remote and very actualized somber that hangs. It sort of looms over the town. It's like a weather cloud. People are putting up businesses Not because they feel like they need to earn an income, but because it's normal. And they're doing it out of necessity to try to break whatever this feeling is that hangs on them. So you find your way to the guardhouse, to the northernmost part of the city. No more than a week or two ago, this is where bodies burned. Many bodies. You did everything in your power to cleanse any sickness that may have lasted, and you don't actually know how bad it is. Surprisingly enough, and no questions were asked, the bodies disappeared. There was no ash left behind. There was no bone. You swept that under the rug. Maybe it's more things worth threat on the table. Maybe it's just out of sight, out of mind. Whatever the case may be, it's gone. You find your way to the guardhouse. Things are as functional as normal when there are a staff of 7. They're all out in the town, and Kiana is manning most of the front desk. She stands behind a tall, almost podium-like device, but it stretches longer. It's a barricade of sorts, but she has a slew of paperwork, an inkwell and feather that dons atop of it. Her hands covering her face, going into her hair. She seems incredibly frustrated. She hears your footfalls. Before you can even say anything.
What? What do you want?
Having that good a morning, are we?
No. No, I wouldn't say so.
Well, hopefully it improves. We were actually hoping you could give us some ideas to where we might find Jenya. I have a gentleman here who might be able to go ahead and assist as far as an orphanage and perhaps even a way of training some of the parentless youth into, into pagehood and so forth.
She peers up, seeing you, seeing some of the others.
And who is this again?
Marion, master of the Night Court. I'd like to introduce you to Kiana Green, the current leader of the guard.
She steps forward, and she extends her hand briefly. You recognize what's happening with her vision. She's sizing him up in everything that he is.
Kiana Green. I am the guard captain. Not self-appointed. This is just where I am now.
Marion stands for a moment. Well, I would say it is a pleasure to meet you. I wish it was under different circumstances. You seem to have your hands full. Is there anything that I can be of assistance with?
I'm afraid not.
Have you had any luck finding Mr. Skellering?
None. None, unfortunately. He's not here. And if he is... I can't figure out for the life of me where he is. He's just... gone. He's vanished. And I can't find a diviner to help me.
I think we might know somebody who's... I don't know. He'll look to Rahk, who's not there, and then turn to Cort. Do you remember if Thelsa knows divinations?
Doesn't Ulhime know it?
I think Ulhime used a mirror, and I think that was actually from, I think that was actually more of an artifact.
Well, we can ask her when we get back to the bathhouse if she doesn't disappear again.
Well, at least we know she's going to be at the Temple of Ouijas more often, so we have a line on her.
Why is she at the Temple of Ouijas?
Apparently, she's planning to be the next grandmother after visiting Sassarine and speaking with the church leaders there. Don't ask me. Apparently, she was there 2 or 3 days ago.
She hasn't gone out of her way to appoint herself, so I should be aware of this as the guard captain. This is relatively important.
Which is why I'm bringing it to you now. I've just learned about it this morning.
Where can I find her?
Probably at the bathhouse.
Either at the bathhouse or, of course,
The temple.
the church, the Temple of Ouijas. Speaking of temples, oh, Lord. Ulhime wanted me to ask you about a particular temple in town.
Temple of Cort.
Was it Cort, or was it like Jorel or something like that?
I think it was the Temple of Cort.
What of it? What are you trying to figure out?
Apparently there was a murder that occurred.
There have
Three
been
of the
murders
church elders
all
were
over
killed.
the city. What makes this one so special?
I'm just passing on that he's inquiring about this, these 3 murders that occurred during the attack.
I understand that there might be some confusion, but there isn't really a lot that I can do. My hands are tied. And if there was a dead body found, or even multiple dead bodies, it is without my knowledge.
Great. I'll go back to him. I'll let him know that we have no idea as to what necessarily went on during the attack. And we'll take it from there.
Is there something that I should know?
Well, I mean, if 3 dead bodies occurred during the attack, if they were in fact murdered, he's probably worried about recriminations.
What sort of recriminations?
Well, if 3 of your church elders were supposedly murdered, would you want revenge or not?
No, I don't operate that way. I don't seek revenge. I seek justice. That's a simple distancing factor between me and, well, it seems like everyone else lately.
Tomatoes, tomatoes, potatoes, potatoes. Regardless, he's concerned on that front. It's the first I've heard of it. He asked for me to go ahead and bring it to your attention and ask if you knew anything about it. If not, I'm sure he'll go ahead and investigate on his own. And that will end well, of course.
If anything comes of it, just alert me, let me know, and I'll see how I can be of assistance further.
Keeping you in the loop. But yes, do we have any line on where Jinya might be within the city? As I understand it, the Church of Saren Rahk is no longer there anyway. Has she left word as to where we might direct
From my knowledge,
direct people for aid?
She's been staying at the Wee Apothecary because it's been vacated, and for one reason or another, the threat, the goblins, I don't know, whatever those things were, they hadn't...
Vampires.
Yeah, I don't really know. But because there was nobody else there, they didn't attack the place. It was vacated. So what did they have to gain?
Fair enough. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and make sure to swing by, see if I can introduce Master Marion to the lady and carry on from there. Do you have any duties that you'd like me to look into in the city specifically while doing my rounds?
No, as long as I have an active time on when we'll be receiving any kind of aid, that would be very helpful.
Well, search me. I'd imagine that they'd send runners ahead of whatever aid they send. I'd love to know as well.
Then I think we just wait. We just wait it out.
Hurry up and wait.
Well, is there anything else? I have a lot of paperwork to go through.
Nope, that was all for me. And he'll kind of look around to Cort, Rahk, and Marion.
She takes a moment and she leans into you.
Why is there a boy here?
The orcs are basically adopting him. for the time being.
Pondering that with confusion.
What do you mean adopted?
Remember the thingy? The slam?
During the whole boom thing that went on a week or so ago, his dad apparently was involved.
Oh, you have such a way with words. The Rob Boom thing.
The fire elemental.
She nods.
Yes.
I'm trying to be tactful here. But, yes, his father passed away. He has no relatives or anything like that. And apparently he and the orc know each other. So Rahk's looking after him for a while until we can get an idea and align on the whole Genya thing. Hence why I'm here asking you where we might find Genya. Now, that said, we're going to head over to the wee apothecary, and if I find anything else going afoot in the city, I'll be sure to bring it to your attention.
Well, I guess just keep me in the loop. That's all we can do, right?
And can you tell Mr. Skellering that if he does come back to come say hi?
He's not exactly going to have much time to say anything to anybody. I'm going to be keeping him very busy for a while.
And with that, she turns back to the desk, to the podium, and she continues to maintain whatever it is that she appears to be working on.
And with that, Jakob will go ahead and escort them out before heading on towards the wee apothecary. Everything.
Perfect. Then we'll see to... We're going to pass this as the camera pans, and it's going to turn to Ronald. We're going to have Ulhime and Thelsa. You two are going to have some moments, some RP, if you will.
Sex.
I hope not.
I mean, just too. We're chill.
I hope not. Lord.
God, it'd be like a bulldog going ahead and humping her leg or something.
No.
We don't talk about it, but the bathhouse is basically the Olympic Village. Just hand out condoms for free all the time because there's so much boning.
Oh, God. I'm not okay with this. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit.
Well, hey, if Rahk's catching, I'll pitch.
Jesus Christ.
And Roxfall crushes his character. He dies again for the umpteenth time.
Oh, I'll start working on an alternate.
You fucking might.
But yeah, we're I guess as we're walking.
Yep.
I look over to her. So I know we've had a lot of tension between us given our beliefs. So I want to say at the very least, while we're taking care of the city, I'll do what I can to support you as a means of making up for, I guess, my hostilities toward you.
Hostilities happen. It's kind of the way of life around here. And I will do my best to support the guild. I know you're quite passionate about it.
I think it'll be a good source of work, not for me. I tend to leave the guild to one of you or to someone else once things get up and running. But I think once we have a focal point here in the city for people to go to, it'll bring back good business, a good sense of morale.
And I have a hunch that once the city starts to regain its footing, that I won't have much time with the guild as I'll be busy with the church.
What kind of work do you have to do?
Everything. Currently, I have done a good bit of cleaning around. I hadn't prepared room for beds or anything like that. We have some rooms that were mainly just for the churchgoers that are there. But we aren't really prepared for a lot of company. So that's something we need to take care of. But as far as work, it's big in Weejas's church for funeral rites. It's one of the main things, and I know it's going to be a big issue with town at the moment.
True enough. Guess giving people that sense of closure would be a good thing. Before we head to your temple, though, do you want to go stop at the mayor's to see if we can get an okay for bringing people in?
Sure. And yeah, as long as the mayor can know, then we could pass it down the chain of command, and I won't get yelled at for entering a place that is sacred and abandoned.
Gives a nod. As they're walking, Ulhime will stop and he'll toss like 2 silver over to I guess someone, if there's anyone there offering like ale and stuff like that. If there's any barrels and stuff about, or food. Once again, just kind of getting a small snack just to eat on the way. But it's not for him. It's kind of just giving it to Thelsa.
Okay, fair enough. Easy enough as well. You know you can only cast Hero's Feast so many times.
Oh no, I'm not casting. I'm literally just giving 2 gold to like a vendor.
I understand. I recognize that. I'm suggesting that there's only so many times you can cast Hero's Feast before there's going to be the preparation process. There's so many things that people can enjoy from that, as opposed to being like, boom, there's so much food you don't even know what to do with it all. Somewhere there's a guy that's like, where the fuck is my dinner going? Every time I sit down, it's disappearing.
Overwhelming feast.
Guys, I swear the Super Bowl party was going to happen today. The table was right here.
Yeah.
The whole table's gone.
But he would probably look over and see if she like wanted. He kind of just like point to something to see if she wanted anything. Did you want anything? Or...
I ate back at the bathhouse, but it's always good to have food.
True enough. And he'll buy her like a small like thing of meat or something to eat, like jerky or something like that.
Okay.
As he continues walking, he kind of like stares at her for a couple of minutes. Well, not a couple of minutes, like a minute or two, and then kind of looks down. I don't know if you remembered, but I had taken some of the books from the temple.
I had remembered.
Did Fables give those back to you already?
They were returned, yeah. I've gone through them and sorted them in the church, but there's so much missing there, just from people taking what they will and the church never having that many true belongings.
With a loud and audible crunch of an apple, you hear a, yes, I did. I did give it back.
Turns over and...
Just on the other side of Thelsa. She's walking probably about a foot away, following in steed and step at this point.
Good morning.
Morning. Morning. It's a lovely day. At least a new day.
True. Well, since you're here and I still have my suspicions about you, what would you think if we were to temporarily use the center of the temple for a relief shelter, to put beds in there to keep people out of the cold?
Well, I don't think it's very cold. And I think you're asking someone that you're suspicious of for advice. Wouldn't you say that that's a little counterintuitive?
Possibly, but my suspicions about you aren't anything criminal, just your status. And he kind of like puts his hand out like this. He's like, not in a bad way though, but
surely. You wouldn't think anything poorly of old Fables. I understand. Do I think it's necessary to house whom? The homeless.
And yeah, he kind of gives her a nod, and at least those who haven't been able to find decent sheltering, or anyone who might need to be indoors rather than outside in the pavilion area.
How many people could that be? How many people could actually be left homeless in this city? There are vacant buildings to the left and to the right, and, last I recalled, many of the homeless were inside of the pavilion just before it was crushed. There's this blank stare over her face, as if she says that, but her mind is elsewhere.
Yeah. True, but I guess the whole purpose of what I'm trying to do is bring religion back to Cauldron.
Bring religion
And the
back to Cauldron. What? It never left. What religion are you trying to bring? We're in the middle of a religious war. Look what happened to St. Cuthbert's. In Paylor's.
And he kind of looks at her, and Cords.
And Cords, yes.
Well, Weejos's temple still stands.
It stands empty. Without the effects of Miss Thelsa here.
True, but look, I know it doesn't seem like a good idea, but I feel at least that in the sense that if we can have people there, knowing that the temple is taking people in willingly, it would provide a sense of faith, even if it isn't for everybody. And eventually it'd be more to follow, but...
Well, I don't think it's a bad idea by any means, but you'll have to go through the applicable phase of clearing that with the High Father.
Last I checked, he defected.
Last I saw, he was venturing to the mayor's house.
He looks over to Thelsa.
When was this?
No more than an hour ago. May still be there, if you're swift.
Want to tag along? Might be able to use your help.
No, I wish not to make my face known. I don't trust him. The mayor is a sticky sort. He always feels as if he's watching. And I don't like that.
You don't know how true that statement is.
Odd. I would have taken you for someone that liked to be watched.
He's well, I like to know my perverts. I don't prefer that they're watching without my consent.
He's got many eyes. I can say that much.
I wouldn't.
But if you cannot follow, then I understand. But thank you for the information.
No problem. I just happen to be walking through.
What know you of Ike recently? I know you were, at least at one point, a follower of Weejos, but do you trust Ike?
I trust no one. I play neutral ground. I operate within the bounds of those whom are willing to do a benefit to me. When you are no longer a benefit to me, I will stop playing your games.
And of Ike, do you play his games?
No, we're on very different tables. He operates under different command. And even if he is the High Father, he takes no command from Weejos. At least as far as I'm aware.
Yeah, I've heard quite a bit about it. I know he's defected. I had a talk with Weejos at one point.
Oh. What a rare experience.
It was quite eye-opening. I also visited the church in Sassarine, and that was also interesting.
I've only heard tales. I've heard it's a lovely place.
It really is. It's surprising how calm it is there compared to, well, here.
I've been told that they bathe more. That's about all I know there.
Yeah, but it's seawater.
I have
But
no complaints,
cleaner
I
is
suppose. Cleaner is just that, cleaner.
Dries the skin.
Understood. You shouldn't have to worry about that, though. Maybe Thelsa here, but not you. Flaking is the last of your worries, I believe.
I feel like it's just gonna tan his hide, essentially. He's gonna turn into jerky.
That is disgusting. And an image I never wanted to picture. But...
And now every time you look at jerky, you'll think of us, right?
I have somewhere else to be now.
Yep, and we're off to the mayor's house.
Fables, if you can you let the others know what you found, or at least what you've told us?
She just sort of shakes her head as she goes, I think you can handle it.
Very well. Thank you.
She's gone.
Yeah, we just turn 180 degrees and start walking the other way.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I guess we'd quicken our pace knowing that he's there.
Yeah. Knowing that he's been there a little bit of a while, I want to make sure that shit doesn't hit the fan.
Okay.
As we're heading there, I'm going to cast a Shield Other on him.
Okay. All right, seems good. You cast Shield Other. You reach the mayor's home, the mayor's establishment, and it is, in and of its own right, it's an internal castle. It's protected. It has crenellations. It's got the 9. Beautiful place. Some of you have been here multiple times, others been here only a few. But nothing changes about it. It is serene in all sorts. When you step inside, the guards greet you immediately, Ulhime. They've seen you here enough. They recognize that you're here for a reason. But when you step inside of the manor, the home, you are stopped by a guard at the stairs. He doesn't say anything, he just waits. He waits for you to state your purpose.
Well, we're here to see the mayor. We have business to discuss regarding the Temple of Weejoss. It's a little urgent.
A voice from the side room appears, and it is the butler. It is the aide at this point. He tends to take notes for the mayor. He is with someone at the moment. Is there something that I can leave to him at his leisure?
No, if possible. I know it'd be rude of us to interrupt, but it's a little imperative that we get to speak with him as soon as possible.
And your
Please.
names?
Ulhime and Thelsa.
Very well. I will see to it that you have an audience if he allows it. And he passes by the guard, walking up the stairs. The guard, still clearly not as strong as either of you, but is just doing his job. He walks up the steps, and he disappears. He's gone for about a minute, 2 minutes at most. And from the top of the steps, he says that he'll see you, despite his audience.
We'll,
The guard
quicken the
steps out of
pace
the way.
to step up. I would remember the way to get to the room, right?
Yeah, it's really easy. Really easy.
Then,
It's pretty much a straight shot when you head up the stairs.
Okay, then we'll do that. I'll quicken the pace a little bit though, because
Sure.
I want to make sure that he's still there.
Make sure it doesn't jump out the window or something.
The door is cracked, and you can overhear that there is some conversation. But as you guys enter to the steps nearest you, you notice that the talking stops. You're very heavy-footed, so... And plus, they were just alerted that you would be there.
Yeah.
Do you burst in? Do you go in guns a-blazing? What do you do?
I'd head in after Ulhime decided to go in.
I would give 2 knocks, go doof doof, and then open the door and walk in.
Okay. You pass through the door. You see the same warm glare across the room. It's this golden, like radiating browns and oranges from the fire. The rest of the room is decorated. There are various hunting pieces and trophies across the room. And there sits, in one of the 2 guest seats, Ike Iverson. He's sitting. His hands up, crossed-fingered, and his legs crossed as well. He doesn't even look to you. But the mayor does. Ah, yes, Ulhime, please, come in, sit down. Is there something that was so pressing that you needed to see me?
As after he says that, you said Ike wasn't looking at us, right?
No, he seems to be peering across the table.
I'll kind of like bob my head over to like Ike, and I would just do this, like, are you okay, kind of thing.
You get a minor glower, the brow furrows, and he kind of tilts his head. There's a small jilt. Thelsa, will you walk in?
Yeah, I'd walk in slowly behind Ulhime.
Okay. You walk in. And Thelsa as well. Come in. I'm afraid that there is not another place to sit down. Would you like my chair? I will move it around for you.
I can stand.
Very well. I was just tidying up and wrapping up business here with Mr. Iverson. Is there anything that I can assist, or both of us can assist you with?
I mean, Just you. It kind of need some talking points to go across. But if your business isn't private, we can wait in here until you're finished, unless it's concluded right now.
No, I believe we've concluded. Have we concluded, Mr. Iverson? He says, yes, we have. I believe that I have stated all as I must, and I will be on my way to claim my spot returned. Very well then. You've seen your way out, correct? I can find my way. As Ike turns, never peering quite down at either of you, and he vacates. Well, it appears
As
that
he
there
walks
is now
out,
a seat.
Ulhime will close the door. Draws the weapon, no. He walks over to the mayor. Is everything all right?
All is fine, all is well, actually. Ike has made a return. He's declared that he was with leave, that he took a minor or short absence from the church on missionary work. And he said he returned the moment that he had heard of the travesties and the catastrophe upon us. Well, personally, I don't believe all of that. I have had very little luck discovering his location, but it's not been at the top of my list. However, I was quick to turn an eye, or several, with his generous donation to the city.
Do you happen to know why he's in such a rush at this moment?
I do not.
Well, apparently he has been around for quite some time and has noticed my presence in the church and trying to reclaim it, and he tried to make certain that I never came to power there. When it was found left abandoned by Amberland himself, and I've been led to believe he's not fit to lead, and that he does not follow Weejas. He just claims to be under her.
I wish to weigh in on the politics of this, but this is not my field. Forgive me, but that sounds as if it's church business, and I have many other things to worry about than this at the moment. Is there anything more that I can help with? Whether he is fit to be in lead of the church is not for me to determine. I think that you might need to seek out additional aid.
And if I return and he does start to attempt to make leave of me, what then? Is that your matter, or is it just church matters at that point?
Anything that is dealt with in-house is beyond my means. If it begins to injure the general public, or the structures surrounding, then it's cause of concern.
So essentially, currently, it's out of sight, out of mind when it comes to the religious business of it.
It's more than that. I'm literally not offered the same rights. Just because I am the mayor doesn't mean that I can just freely walk around and depict who gets to live or function where they get to live until they become a problem to their surroundings. Remember, there is a voting group that is ahead of this.
True enough. But the temple, and I know it's church business, is I wanted your advice on something, seeing as you're an expert in public image.
Very well. I'll offer what knowledge I have.
How do you think it would look to the public eye if we temporarily converted the temple of Weejas into a bit of a safe haven for those still sleeping outside in the pavilion?
That's an interesting question. I believe it provides quandary for the High Mother and High Father of the Church. It is for them to decide. I believe you'll have to come to some sort of agreement. While it might do well for the political image of everyone involved, it still rises to many points. Where is Emerald?
Ulhime shrugs.
She's been unseen since the beginning of the goblin attacks. She fled as far as we're aware.
How does the church see fit if the High Mother is not found or has known to abandon.
Well, that's the thing. Thelsa has temporarily taken home in the temple. She's the one who's been looking after it, which is another reason why we kind of came to you to, I guess, get an okay for her to be there. Ike is trouble.
There are many
And,
people in this
well,
town that are trouble for this town. But if you wish to deal...
He's trouble for her in the current sense right now.
If you wish to deal with something internal, then you need to see to the church and those who lead it. If there is a greater church, a sister church that happens to oversee and provide any sort of support or anything in addition, surely you've sought to someone, which is how you know about this. You didn't just read all of this on your own.
I sought to the church in Caesarine.
Oh, yes.
And spoke with them there, and they had mentioned that if it was left abandoned, I needed proof that either the head mother and head father were either unfit to work or were not. And I have proof that Ike is unfit to work, but I am not sure whatever happened to Ambril.
Well, then how will you prove that he is unfit for this experience?
The head mother knows.
Okay.
The head mother of the Church of Caesarine. We have a way of communicating in religious means. It's not quite mouse to ear.
Well, then I think you have your work cut out for you. I wish that I could help more with the allocation and finding of Miss Alustanai, but she is outside of my foray as well. I don't know why. Everyone today in their tricks, the magic that they seem to have, this anti-divination.
Would you happen to know if someone passed away in town? Would you know? Or would they appear to be gone in your radar?
I wouldn't personally know, but I do know of someone that can find out.
Could you, by chance, point us in their direction?
No.
And if you tell me it's Ike, then I'm gonna be upset.
No, I'm afraid that I am sworn to not do of such, but I can put it into the wind, and if they see to you, it will come at a cost. Even if they are not found, they dabble in a magic that is a bit darker, forbidden from most. Not very often is it written in books.
I'd be interested to meet them, even. If not for just magical purposes.
Where should you be located if they happen to be interested in the situation?
Either the church, unless Ike refuses to allow me, then the bath.
Very well. I will put it to the wind. If they turn to you, then they do. If they do not,
Then
they'll
I
not
would
be.
hear
It is as it is. What would you offer them, as I'm curious? Anything that may entice them or sweeten the pot?
The best we can offer is gold.
I'm afraid they don't deal in gold.
What do they deal in?
They deal in what you forgot that you have. What
Souls.
lies inside of your person that has since doled away. An echo, if you will.
You mean souls, then?
No, not souls.
Thank goodness.
What echo do you speak of?
An echo of the past. An experience. They barter in memories.
That sounds deadly.
Sounds like an interesting currency. Well, I figure they're just more interested in knowledge. But frankly, knowing what I know, I don't really want to share with any more people than is needed. I do have one other matter to ask about. That I know of your standing, but I don't really know of what power you possess, but have you ever heard of something called a soul cage? As the knowledge of it is unbeknownst. Yes.
Can't say that I know much about it.
Okay. Because I know Ike has built one in
30 cents
the
motive?
top of...
Yes, you can.
I'll let this go through first.
I'll re-roll that.
Okay, you've got 5 rerolls. I figured you might. That's significantly better. Without a doubt, you believe that he is either lying or withholding something. He doesn't really have much of a tell. He's had a lot of time to invest in learning how to pull the wool over one's eyes. But you are aware that he is not sharing all of the information.
Ulhime puts his hands on the desk. Severin, tell us what you know, please.
His eyes roll, and he sighs, exasperatingly so. I don't know anything about a soul cage, but I do know of a few individuals that have spoke of it in the past. And they believe that it was something to capture a soul. As a cage does, it captures whatever's put inside of it. They're not very creative, as you can assume. They called it a soul cage. What else would they be trapping? Chickens? No. Souls. But short of the nastiest and rawest of magics, there's not much that you can do to capture a soul. It stays where it would like to. Unless it is taken to the boneyard.
Then I think it might be notable for you to know that there is one that has been either created or moved into the church and is resting at its peak. That we cannot touch without it drawing at our life force. And I don't know, to our understanding, it belongs to Ike. But if it's something of such power, maybe that is something in your wheelhouse.
Yes, I'll be taking a visit. I wish to see the state of the Temple of Ouijas. Maybe we can take some of these newfound funds and pour them directly into the church. If it is to renovate and bring about a safe haven for those that are homeless, then perhaps it might be worth determining the safety of and the state of the temple.
One other thing that I should make note with you is that there will be some visitors in town from Sasserine. The mothers and fathers there have, or high brothers and high sisters have decided to come down and assist aid in the town.
Very well. I've expected as such with the recent fallings of many churches, and with our food preserves going awry, I was expecting some assistance from outward locations. We are expecting guards, food, and manual workers.
About the workers, have you thought about what we would do with the copper veins and beneath the bathhouse? As I said, we've cleared out a large portion of it already. There is one spot we do have to close off to make sure no danger comes from it, but there's a lot of copper down there, metal that we can use to sell.
I have not personally thought of this, and I've heard nothing from the overhead council, so my guess is at this point they would probably just draw it for raw stocks. Whatever we can use it for from that point forward, then we will do as such.
It'd be a good way to put people to work.
Without a doubt. I'll keep that in consideration, and I'll speak to you immediately the moment that I hear anything.
Thank you. Have you had anyone lingering around your place as of recent?
No, we have plenty of guards around here. Don't worry, Ulhime. You need not worry about me. As the mayor, I am well protected, and I'm more than capable of defending myself, as I'm sure you can recall.
Yep. Have a nasty bite, last I remember.
So I'm just gonna kind of squint and look back and forth between you, like, what happened here that I'm not aware?
We've become involved.
Yes, as you can see, the mayor is very observant.
I've heard, but not seen.
Oh my god, they're so sincere.
Anyway, like I said, keep the shield near you. And by chance, if you happen to see movement through the Temple of Cort, let me know.
I will. Or I won't. It's something that you will just have to hope for. There are things more pressing than a fallen church. I understand that it is of more importance to you, but I can't say that I can speak to the same element.
I understand. By chance, any of the imported funds from the shipping district, do you know if any of that has come in yet?
I wouldn't know. You'll have to go speak to Mavu. Most of the other import and exporters of various textiles have fled or have been killed. Mavu still stands, and I do not know why. The gods have blessed him, I'm most certain.
Well, I think our business here is concluded. Thelsa, you have anything?
Nope, I mostly just came for information and to talk about the church and my presence there, as I was not a member prior and will be taking up spot unless the now head father doesn't allow it.
Very well. Well, I bid you adieu. There are many things for me still to tend to, and I have my own important meetings.
Very well.
If you will.
I want to get some. As he's like walking out, Ulhime turns around. I want to get some rest. You got bags under your eyes.
It's been a busy few weeks. I'm sure you can understand why.
Sure enough. Take care of yourself. And he kind of points to the shield, like, don't forget.
I won't. Your life before mine.
It's the way of Helm.
You talk about eyes more often than you should around him. I feel like it should be a touchy subject.
As you exit the room, the door shuts. Sternly so. But you know that he never stood.
Yeah.
As you exit, do you have any questions for Ulhime?
Nope, I don't really want to know any further.
Okay, alright. So, I want to know what's happening with the other trio here. Where were you going to go next?
Yeah, Sniper, where were we going next?
We were going to the wee apothecary in the Search, Virginia.
There we go, that's where we're going. Right there, I knew it all along, the entire time.
Okay. You got it. You head to the wee apothecary. You see to whatever you can. Your meeting was short. You didn't expect much out of Kiana, and given that it's all the way on the other side of the town, you've got to head back near to like Lowan Street. So you've got a bit of a travel ahead of you. The mayor is relatively close, and given that your destination is in the roundabouts of where you're off to see, including, but not limited to, the Temple of Ouijas. I'll say that you guys end up bumping back into each other.
I mean...
Well, it's not like we don't stand out. We might not notice them because Ulhime's short and Thelsa's, well, Thelsa.
Yeah.
But we do have a rock.
I mean, we also have a Jakob.
I mean,
You
it's
kind
kind
of
of like
stand out
walking
just
through
as
a
much.
crowd with your own Chewbacca.
Sure. So, how does this look? Do you guys just cross ways? You have a fucking Mexican standoff here? You get back together and talk about all the new happenings in the
Pull out
town?
my sword and I start attacking them.
All right.
There's a tumbleweed that crosses our path.
As we meet up with them, we'll give them a quick nod and tell them Ike was at the mayor's today.
Did Thelsa kill him?
Not this time.
Trying to play it as smart as possible right now, but he's had business. He's discussed business with the mayor in regards to the temple. I'm assuming to gain some supremacy over it again. But as far as it goes right now, Thelsa's still stands with the church. But I think Ike's playing it off as though he still maintains, as he maintains the temple. So we're not sure how it's going to happen.
Let's not mention that he bribed his way back in.
Well, to be fair, what would the mayor have to do with the temples anyway?
Nothing, but a certain amount of money will go a long way.
Were we able to finalize the guild charter?
It's already been finalized.
Wait, guild?
By the way, Jacob, I forged your signature. You're part of the guild now.
BTW, by the way. Cool, bye.
Wait,
He pulls out the scroll and he shows them the official charter with all their signatures and stuff.
Yeah, he's carrying the pink slips to your guild just around the street. This is our gang now.
He goes, here's one for you, and
Just
don't come
normal
back.
behavior.
Well, I mean, I have a bag on me. I'm not gonna just not carry it.
Why is my signature on this?
It's not your signature. It's mine. We made it official by having me represent you.
Yes. More to point, Ulhime, why did you represent me?
Who?
Jacob, do you not want to be part of the guild?
I don't know yet. We've hardly ever discussed it.
I actually had quite
Our
a bit.
bathhouse
time
is
to
the
talk
guild
about it.
house.
You talk about it often. We've not discussed it.
Okay, look. I can see you're upset. Jacob, do you want to be part of the guild?
I don't know. Just now is not the time.
Sleep
we will
on it.
talk. We will have a long talk about this later, Ulhime.
You can sleep on it.
What
Don't
did you
worry,
say
you're
today
already
was?
signed up.
You said today was a perfect time. Sign you up. Well, look, it's already done. Look at that. He kind of rolls it back up really quick and puts it back. Quit bitching. It's official.
You're Richie.
A figure moves up immediately. A man. Relatively young, probably like 21, 22. He's patchy in beard. He's got a lot of just regular or tepid style clothing, just covering himself. Courier news.
He'll take a paper.
He passes it to you. Seeing as
Oh! I thought he said cover your noose, and I'm like,
courier
Wait,
news.
You have your noose exposed? You should be telling me to cover it.
It's addressed
He'll open
specifically
it.
to you.
Me?
Yes.
What does it say?
It has a sigil on it. There's a wax seal, but is addressed to Ulhime.
I will open it up.
The wax seal
Ulhime senpai.
is of the M, the courier house and textile transporter, M for Mavu.
Oh shit. Okay. I'll open it and see what it says, or if there's money in it.
There is not money in it. They would have
It
to give
actually
you a
has a little
fucking
check.
bag.
It says "Happy birthday,
There-
Ulhime."
Yeah.
He's all. Hold on. He's all. I got these buckets.
Yeah, no joke. No. It actually
Got
says
this
it
package.
in text. Great news. Your property has sold. Greater news. There was a bidding war. Come to collect
Uh-oh.
your wages immediately.
Well, it looks like we've got our funding for quite a bit of stuff.
man, why couldn't it be a letter of holding? Undo tab, tip over button.
Ulhime closes
Just a
the
glitter
letter.
bomb of money.
Oh,
That
it
can
looks
go
like we
well in
can.
this town.
It looks like we can split this 4 ways, guys. We've got quite a bit of money here. Jacob doesn't want to be part of the guild, so I mean, I would split it 5 ways, of course. But
Right.
he's He's ousted
Wait,
himself as a member.
It
So
still has to be 5 ways. Chobs has to get something.
oh, there you go.
Clearly.
5 ways.
I'll get
Give him
money?
Jacob's part.
Yeah,
How much
'cause
money?
A lot because Jacob gave up his. He doesn't want to be part of the guild.
Oh, poor
You wanna-
Jakob.
Look, Jacob, watch this. Chobs, do you want to be part of the guild of Shield and Soul?
I can be a part?
Yes. Oh, look how easy that was. Look how easy that was.
I'm
You
sorry,
wanna
I
cross
can't
out your name and
sign.
Put Chobs?
No one taught me how. I don't know how to.
Oh,
read
it's
and write.
it's
Is that a
okay.
problem?
See, you see Chobs. There's these things called friends,
I like
and
friends.
when
mine
they
were
have
cute,
when they
though.
have your best interest in mind, they do things for you. Like if you wanted me or Rahk to, we could sign your name, so that way you're part of the guild.
I had this friend that he played with me a lot. He was the son of a tavern owner, and he died one day.
God.
Cort's just gonna look over at Jacob.
Now
Not
I'm
a
just
fucking
sad.
word. Not one fucking word.
He was my
He
only
looks
friend.
Did he have a
kind of
brother?
gives him a somber smile. Timothy.
Ulhime, I swear to God, I'll
know-
hit you 3
you know
times and
Timothy?
forget how to count to 2.
He was a good friend. He taught me how to play jacks, and he told me about monsters.
Yeah, at this point, Jacob just starts pushing through and walking along.
Jacob, quit being bitter. And besides, you're walking the wrong way. We're going to Mavu's. He closes
Fuck
it up,
that.
and then he kind
I'm going to the wee apothecary. You can go be a bitch somewhere else.
Do we have to discuss
of
this?
he'll roll up the paper, and
What's wrong
He'll-
with him?
he'll,
He
like-
acts like his friend died.
he's being a spoiled sport right now. Just leave him be, lad. Just leave him be. He rolls up the little writ and he kind of bops Chobs in the head. Welcome to the guild. And then he makes his way over to Mavu's. Thelsa, are you gonna go with me or do you want to go with them?
I think you need some help at Mavu's.
Thank you.
I don't know what kind of means it's going to be, but if there's something to move, I'll be there with you.
Thank you. Rahk, Cort.
I'm gonna keep going to Jenya because we need to talk about this orphanage.
Very well. Rahk.
Well, considering we have a new guild member on our hands, I believe he needs proper initiation.
Oh God,
Very well.
are we gonna kill him?
His eyes go wide.
Proper initiation? You mean forgery? I wasn't initiated into shit!
You just hear, "Shut up, genie ass!"
I pat Chobs on the back. Good one.
He's not part of the guild, but I am.
Exactly.
There you go.
Got it right. Now, we should go teach you how to read and write, because that's sort of important for the work that we do.
Oh, it's not any fun.
Hey, all knights are educated. You want to be a good knight, don't you?
Yes.
Hey, and knights don't mope.
Listen to your Uncle Ulhime.
Can they be angry then?
Yes.
Be angry.
It's encouraged, actually.
Show me your war face.
There you go. That's a good lad. We'll meet up in a bit. All of you guys, look after yourselves. Ulhime will begin his journey to.
Okay.
So, Rahk, you're going with them, or are you coming with us?
I'm gonna go teach this Boyd his fucking 3 R's, man.
Okay, so you're going off. Okay.
Reading, writing, arithmetic.
Oh man. Okay. Well, we know what his day is going to be like. 1 + 1.
Yeah, all I'm imagining is him making
Makes
a makeshift desk and just Rahk sitting
2.
in front of a chalkboard.
2
This is
1s.
it makes 2 1s. That's right. But why the ones together?
And what do we call 2 1s when they're side by side? 11-1.
Note to self: don't learn from Jakob genie ass.
Does the guild
Hard to believe that he twists the arcane, you know?
I'm gonna turn to Ulhime and say, does the guild have a symbol?
Yes, we do. I don't know if you saw it on the paper that I sent out a while back.
Feel free to share
It's
it.
in one of the documents. Yeah.
Share it. And
Probably a fucking rubber stamp.
if you've got like if you have like an Imgur or anything, you can upload it and share it into the Twitch chat as well.
I don't know if I have an image of it still.
Well, it would be in your docs. Can I get some orc teacher fan art? LMAO, I need it.
I would have looked at it when he was presenting it to Jakob, and remembered what the symbol looked like. Seal.
Okay. All right, that's just the seal of Mavu.
No, like the on the scroll for the guild.
Oh, okay, yeah. Then it is a shield. It definitely is a shield.
Eddie, right there. Let me see if I can find.
It's a shield. It also has a sword.
Gotcha.
I can post it in the chat if you want.
Yeah, go ahead. Share that in the chat.
Hold on here. I'm gonna do this the easy way real quick.
Oh my god, I fucking wrote rules to this. I forgot.
If
He went all out.
so, here's the picture chat. Oh no, that's how I inspect element. That's not the right button. There we go.
Of shield and soul. There you go. Is good to go. All right. So you want to make your way to Mavu Textiles?
Yep.
Sounds
We want to burn it down.
sounds not good. Sounds complicated, and like that wouldn't go well for you.
Get the
I mean,
money
we have
first.
a fire mage. I'm sure it'll work.
All right. You made your way to Mavu Textiles. You know the misses. You are familiar with Mavu. Mavu is not there still. He is missing. She doesn't want to speak of it because it's private business. But when she sees you, she is very quick to have you come back. Remember, it is a small office, so anybody that wishes to go back there to see to the situation, you can, but you probably will be very crowded.
Yeah, I'll follow her back to the room that she had me go to last time.
Okay.
I'll guide Thelsa through as well, so that way she doesn't get stuck out waiting in the front.
Yeah, I'd follow in.
As you enter through, I'm assuming that Cort's with. He didn't really say he was going to go elsewhere. Okay, Cort, you're with.
No, I'm going to the Genya with them.
Okay, all right. So then it's back to that. Gotcha.
Same groups, now minus Rahk.
Now minus Rahk, exactly. All right, so Ulhime and Thelsa, you make your way to the rear small office. It is efficient in design for a single individual. Maybe one more across the table to do business deals. While she knows the business very well, her preparedness and organization is a bit lackluster. She's better at speaking. She's better at gearing up, sizing, and signing the deal. Mavu comes into place because he is effective at organization. He keeps things freely prepared and ready for anyone to interlope with accordingly. She sits down. She's like, I just wanted to inform you that we have taken and collected our fees. There has been a fee collected additionally for delivering the product. But you still came out ahead. Do you recall what your asking rate was?
I believe we were talking about 18,000. I think that's what you first initially told us.
Yes. It appears that there are some relic collectors in the world, those of whom desired this bizarre demonic statue. She stands up and she struggles to move a chest. It's small, but it's weighty. She's not a very strong woman. She's not what I'd say is frail, but she's a very meager and thin build. If you would...
I would help her, yeah.
As you hoist it up onto the desk, before you open it, she places her hand on top of it. I would usher the idea that you move this to a safe place quickly. This is for a single piece This is the most that has ever fostered this lively of a deal. You can count it. Just know that there was more before we took our cut and before there was a delivery fee.
Yes, we had discussed that already, so I'm not questioning your ethics.
Very well. I wish to continue doing business, especially if you continue in the line of hunting for out-of-the-ordinary relics. Even taking our small percentage, we came out and found this to be very lucrative. Also, this is the most platinum I've ever seen distributed through a small chest.
Stay a while and listen.
Yeah, typically you don't go with cash for deals like this. I wouldn't think. I'd think banknotes would be a much better way of transferring funds.
See, that's part of the problem. They were so quick to have this that they met our delivery service with note in hand. They didn't even finish the delivery. They met them on the way. This is 3,200 platinum.
So you're carrying it?
That's 32,000 gold, right?
Yes, it is.
That's 3-2 with 3 zeros?
Correct.
What the fuck?
I'm not complaining.
Somebody apparently wanted that statue badly.
Guys, look, we finally have money. Let's blow it on.
All I gotta say
lots of
is
things.
no backsies.
Yeah. Someone's gonna be upset.
Well, there was a proud family.
Not that it matters to me. I'm not getting a cut of it.
There's a proud family in the Eastern Lands that are quite happy to have collected this, though they will be moving it by boat. I know not how they intend to get it the rest of the way, but if they have as much coin as they preparedly dropped, I don't think it should be a problem for them.
Very well. Thank you for your business. And Ulhime's going to open the chest, and he's going to give her 1,000 gold worth of platinum.
So 100 platinum.
Yeah.
This is not necessary. We've already collected our fees.
I know, but last we talked, you weren't too keen on wanting to continue business, so this is a thank you.
Very well. I am not to turn a gift awry. You will not find me fighting. Thank you very much. She collects the 100 platinum. It's roughly almost 3 pounds worth of metal, like plated metal. And she is quick to open a drawer and just start rolling it into the desk. My husband will be quite happy when he returns to find this.
Indeed.
On that note, are you doing okay?
Who?
I know he's been. I've been talking to Mavu's wife. I know it's been quite some time since Mavu's left, and I don't know if you've heard word from him. I worry a little bit for you.
I'm quite fine. Everything is as is, and I believe that my husband will return. No matter the distance, I always trust in that much. You notice that she tilts her head a bit further forward. Her hair sort of slings into the front of her face. Now, if you don't mind, I will find myself to be busy doing other things. Idle hands are the devil's playground, and, well, I need not to think about much more.
Very well. Thank you again. Just out of game, the banks are still open, right?
Yeah, they are. So
Okay.
there is still a bank. It's quite protected, magically warded. In a town like Cauldron, with as many things that happen, it is one of the few places that the nobles have invested a premier amount of protection. It is magically warded, and people who attempt to go in and do terrible larcenous things, they wind up dead. Super dead.
All right. Then that'll be our first location to get a credit for the gold or the platinum in this case.
Okay.
With everything, yeah. So yeah, that's what we're gonna.
Yeah, on our way out, I'd give her a pat on the shoulder and say, "Well, I'm glad you're as strong as you are."
She touches her hand to yours on the shoulder, and then as you walk off, she turns back. She shuts the door behind herself so that she cannot be seen.
Damn, I should have casted mending.
On what?
On her. Mend her broken heart.
That mending works on inanimate objects, sir.
So would it work on Ulhime? Is he animate? Undead but animate.
That's bizarre. That's a question for another storyteller. Not this current adventure.
Gotcha.
Maybe for those YouTube talks when they hit the table.
I'll do it when he's sleeping next time.
Okay.
Just to try him.
So, before we wind out our tale, I want to give these two down here, I want to give them an option. We're going to give Jakob and Cort a chance to see Jinya, even if only briefly. Do you have any means of what you intend to do while you're here? Or are you just going to speak to her and be like, hey girl, what up? How you doing?
Yeah, my intention the entire time was to introduce her to Marion and have the discussion about the orphanages, because nobody's talked to her about that, and to kind of confirm that she is well, considering that last I heard of her, she was kidnapped.
Okay.
Making sure that she's not burnt toast.
Yeah, I kind of want to make sure she's not dead.
We show up at the wee apothecary. Oh no!
Sure. You arrive to the wee apothecary with little preventing you at this point. And it's a little different than what you would expect. It's poppin'. Business is good for the wee apothecary, or so you think. There are plenty of ill people. Various bits of oozings and droppings and things that are just sulking out of their face. They see you, and they're very, very curt about their position in line. There's a line out the door.
Hot damn. All right, so she's healing people left and right. No, never mind. Jakob wasn't one of the ones that went through the wee apothecary, so he doesn't know about the back door.
Yeah, you're not aware of the back door. You do know what it's like. This is where you had a limb amputated.
Oh, yeah! So I do know about the back door, where my little leg goblin escaped from. Yeah. Given the fact that it seems like the front's doing plenty of business, I am going to move back around to the, through the alley and into the back. Since I'm not trying to be a customer or anything like that.
Sure.
But at the back door, we'll give a quick on the frame.
Let's try that with less Johnny 5, if we can. That was a lot of robots, sir.
Okay.
I don't think
you
that's
sound better now.
End.
And that's Discord.
Yeah.
Fuck everything.
Try again.
But yeah, moving around through the side alley and to the back door, I am going to give a couple knocks on the frame and wait to see who, if anybody, comes to check.
Okay. Yeah, you are met with someone, a stranger, someone you've never met before. They just open up the door. They look to see you.
You went all robot.
Did I?
Yeah. Oh, now Sniper's a robot. That's what you sounded like.
Neat.
I moved our server. It should be better now.
Perfect. Then we should be better.
Yay!
They don't really know who you are, but they see that you've knocked. And
I am in, the garb of the city garb. So.
It's true. Well, I mean, you're not really in the garb of the city guard. You just you basically have a marker that marks you as guard. They don't have a traditional tabard anymore. It was all destroyed.
All right, we'll go ahead and just assume it's a medallion and just be like, yeah.
Yeah, it's probably some sort of pin or anything like that.
Showing their badge.
They see it and they kind of move immediately out of the way. Not that they've done anything wrong, but if you're knocking at the rear door, they understand that, well, you're here for business to a degree.
Mm.
You're met with Jinya. She steps to the door. there a problem? And she sees you. Come inside. You notice that she's wearing something on her face. It looks a little damp. You can't tell if it's some sort of treatment that she's giving herself, but the amount of damage that she's taken from the burns are substantial. Her hair is starting to sort of come back in spots, but she's doing the best that she can.
Good to see you're well. Hopefully we're not, hopefully we don't take too much of your time. I can see that you're quite busy.
Well enough. I am quite busy, and I will likely be busy for a while until I can figure out what's causing the sickness.
Sickness?
Yes, the sickness in the town.
It's the first I've heard of a sickness. Are we talking something virulent, kind of spreading through, or is this just malnourishment and the usual expected?
It may be a bit of both. I'm afraid if the people had enough food, then it might not be an issue, but this is showing signs of something rather terrible. I can only do so much, but the amount of people that are coming in, and some that I've treated multiple times now, it leads me to believe that there is something more going on, or perhaps they're having, I don't know, maybe they're eating infected food.
Well, hopefully on the front of the food, we are hoping for food stores to come in from Sassarine and other parts. But where's this sickness been originating from? I mean, I've yet to hear about it. So apparently it's not citywide just yet. Is it just affecting certain quarters?
From what I've noticed, yes, some quarters. There's a man that's kind of in the rear side of the building. Miss Jenya. Miss Jenya, do you have anything to drink water? Do you have anything? Just a moment, she yells back. Come inside, see how bad this is.
Do I need a mask or something?
No, I've been trying to help people the last 3 or 4 days, and I've not seen any hide nor hair of me getting sick. I would treat it if I did, but I'm afraid this is not as simple and viral.
Do any of them have bites?
Not that I'm aware of, no.
No, I don't think this would be vampires, Cort. But given everything else that's been going on, I certainly hope it's not just bad meal.
They've been complaining of stomach issues. They've not passed anything solid in days' times.
Well, let's go take a look. And at this point, Jakob will step out with Jenya, maybe waving Marion and Cort to keep a little bit of distance.
The people are very ill. They're very sick. Some are infinitely worse off. You notice that those that are the sickest are children or the elderly. She tends to try to save them the most. One of them immediately begins breaking out into a cough. A pretty terrible cough. They're clutching onto their stomach, and as they continue coughing, they stand, and you see some sort of liquid parse down their legs.
Ooh, that's nasty.
He immediately begins apologizing, but as he's coughing, when he pulls his hand away, there's blood on his clenched fist where he was coughing into. And when he looks down, he just continues to cough, and it just peppers over his arm. And at this point, the cough keeps getting worse and worse and worse until he's doubled over, and he falls. The people around him are trying to lean over to help him up, but he keeps coughing. And it just gets worse to the point where he stops moving. Everybody kind of gasps, and they back away. They don't really know what to make of it.
I'd like to cast Detect Magic.
Okay.
Just to see if I can,
See with your special eyes.
It's non-magical.
Okay, so it's not a magical sickness or anything like that. Okay.
Do we have a cleric? We do have a cleric, but he's not with the group at the moment.
He's currently busy.
He's off being a bitch.
A rich bitch.
I'm sorry. My character doesn't hear broke.
Whoa! Shots fired. Yeah, we're all friends here, Dino. You'll find quickly that this is just how they operate.
If you had money, you'd get it.
A child starts crying. It says up to, what's your best guess as a mother? Is that, am I gonna die? Am I going to be like him? Am I gonna die? And the mother also kind of coughing. No, you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Trying to soothe them as much as possible. But they all kind of look to you as the guard, and they look to Jenya immediately.
Probably a good thing Ron was in.
Where are the majority of these citizens from? Where have they been gathering their food from? What quarter of the city do they happen to live in?
Food stores have been depleted, the last that I recalled, so they've been getting food anywhere that they can. But they all drink from purified water of the lake. We don't have a spring. We're in Cauldron's in a volcano.
Yes, I understand that we're in a caldera, but assuming that the charms that purify the waters of the lake aren't the cause, one would imagine that they're all getting food from the same source. There's got to be some commonality here.
You can ask them all individually if you like, but I have a body to clean up now.
Understood. I was hoping that you could take a moment or two to speak with Master Marion and Cort there. They had intentions of building an orphanage to try and help with the offset, but given what's going on here, I'll go ahead and speak with a couple people, turn some ears, and see if I can find something and report it over to Kiana. As soon as we've got food stores and fresh assistance coming in, I'll be sure to direct it here to you.
She nods. She accepts. Anything at this point will help. But this is where I'm going to call tonight's session. I'm going to call with the overarching threat now of a sickness.
Plague.
To what degree? You don't know. What's causing it? You're not sure.
Probably sniper.
Motherfucker!
Look, it's honestly it's not a problem. We're nobles now, okay? Like
look,
let the untouchables deal with their problems. We're moving up to the Upper East Side. Boys, we're going to Obsidian Avenue.
We're buying a house next to the mayor, and he's gonna take care of us.
I'm gonna look at them. Look how broke and dying they are. If only they'd taken some level. If only they had taken some levels in money.
Oh, please tell me that that's actually a chest of devouring or something like that.
I hope not. I'd like some money.
I got a backpack you can put all that money in.
Look, I'm a cleric. I'm a cleric of Helm, all right? Not some fucking healer like Saren Ray, all right? If she really wants those people to stay alive, she can go help them, all right? I got money to spend.
Yeah, he's a paladin of bitch made.
I'm gonna literally go into the chest, just take a handful out. I'm like, guys, we're literally gonna throw money at this. Ugh.
God damn it!
Like, oh god, there's a sickness! Quick!
Well, I hope that you guys enjoyed tonight's show. For everyone watching, it was a bit heavier involved in the role play, but it brought everybody back together. It tied together some things, and we saw some things moving on the table. Ike is back in the church. There's a sickness that is abound, and they have no idea what's causing it. I'm not going to spoon feed them the answers, as they're just going to have to figure this one out. Why aren't they sick? What's preventing them from being ill as well?
Oh, well, we have money now. That's why we're not sick.
Oh, yeah. I forgot. Platinum just cures you of everything.
Dude, haven't you seen that South Park episode with Magic Johnson?
It's like soap.
Yes,
so
I'm aware.
We just melt it down and we're okay. We drink it, you know?
Thanks for my 5 minutes of humor. Dino, this is gonna happen every week. If you like good times, make sure you come back Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights. Tomorrow night we've got some Dogs of Duskfall, which is the Blades in the Dark campaign. A lot of fun. You guys should make sure to watch it. This is Shackled City. We've been doing this now for 173 sessions over the span of about 5 years. Tuesday nights.
We are really bad at this.
Yep. Tuesday nights have turned over 25 episodes. Yeah. So we're on our way. Lots of good things happening. Lots of long-running campaigns. We do a lot over here. So check it out. Every Saturday I'm on Silence of Shadows with the Roll For It crew, and every other Monday I'm with the Shadowcasters Network doing Leverage based off of the TV show. And it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. You guys can find this lot pretty much every week here on Wednesdays. Pretty much, sans any maybe once or twice a month based on his work schedule. And the other lot are generally always here. Generally. There's very rare occasions when they're not. So make sure you hit the follow button if you haven't followed yet. I encourage it. And continue checking out and supporting as much as you can. Check out the Patreon. That is how you keep the stream alive, keep the dream alive. I'll share that out right there. And support at any level. You guys can be part of the creative crew, which is my group of folks that help me write content, particularly for this game, for my VTM game that I'm running off stream. Maybe for some Pokemon stuff coming up. Check out all the social things. The Discord, it's absolutely free. Anybody can hop in and join. You can find me there pretty much 12 to 14 hours out of the day, and I'm always doing something. So check that out. There's always Twitter and Instagram, YouTube, so on and so forth. Facebook as well. Make sure you do all of the things. But thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. I'm going to shoot the breeze with these boys real quick, and then I'll be back in the Discord. So we'll see you guys over there. Bye.